Ancient Egyptians called it the flesh of the gods. When Howard Carter opened King Tut's tomb for the first time, his eyes adjusting to the light, he stated gold. Everywhere, the glint of gold. The search for this precious metal begins south, deep into the desert outside Luxor. The journey is rough. Down here, the sun scorches the sands with temperatures reaching well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius. Jagged peaks dominate the landscape. The exposed rock dates back hundreds of millions of years. The ancients left clues, though. A literal X marks the spot.
So we're standing in a district that has seen well over 2,000 years and probably 3,000 years of mining activity in the eastern Egyptian desert.
And it's not tapped? There's still gold here?
There's still gold here.
L.J. Carr is an American geologist with roughly 40 years experience. His job is to find the gold, but the search isn't guaranteed.
I'm looking to see if there's any native gold in this piece of quartz vein, and sadly I don't see any.
Here, Pharaonic and Roman gold mines honeycomb the hills. Carr takes us underground, down a shaft built by condemned Roman slaves known as the Damnati.
When you see something like this, what do you think?
Well, what I see is a fault zone, and the white in the middle of it is a small, thin quartz vein, and that was the target of the ancient mining. That would be where the gold is.
Today, mining is a shadow of its former self in Egypt. Only one large gold mine operates. Centamin's Sakari gold mine produces around 500,000 ounces per year. Further exploration in mining holds enormous potential, say analysts.
If you look at the potential of the mineral resources in Egypt, it's very significant. It's very geologically rich. And I think we've only touched the surface of where this could potentially go.
Currently, the Egyptian Mineral Resource Authority says mining makes up 1.3% of GDP. The government hopes to grow that to 5% in 10 years. One of the main hurdles for expanding the industry is a profit-sharing agreement between the government and companies.
The profit-sharing agreements are relatively complex. I do think that they can still do more, and that they're likely looking to do more to enhance the investment environment as far as simplifying the rules and regulation that govern the sector.
Alexander Nubia International needs to find the gold first. Today, the techniques for extracting gold are more advanced. Roughly 24 of the company's employees search 2,700 square kilometers for their gold mine. That's larger than the size of Luxembourg. In the command center, maps and computers chart the progress. The Canadian company cultivates local staff and experts. The company's search for Pharaoh's gold begins here. A diamond bit drilling rig extracting scores of core samples. LJ tells me the dark color of the mud is a good sign. The drillers extract smooth, circular rocks. Each meter costs $300 to produce.
We're very encouraged. Most places in the world you wouldn't have mineralization at the surface like this. It would have been mined out a long time ago.
The volcanic rock and ancient seafloor sediments don't conceal just gold. There could be silver, copper, lead, zinc, and a host of other minerals.
Oh, it's really exciting. Eastern Egypt is like kind of a geologic Disney World.
There's no visible gold. It's dissolved throughout the rock, so the core samples will be crushed and analyzed. For this project to become a profitable mine, for every ton of rock, which is roughly the size of this boulder, they would need to yield 1.5 grams of gold, which is roughly the size of this pebble. If 40 years have taught Carr anything, it's that there's no sure thing.
We could simply be wrong in our ideas. It could simply be that these deposits are too small. There's political risk. There's economic risk with metal prices. So all those risks, of course, are cumulative, and any one of them can derail a project.
If successful, mining could play a role in boosting Egypt's economy and perhaps leading the country to a golden future. Ian Lee, CNN, in Egypt's Eastern Desert.